Oh, hey guys. Sorry about that. Caught me reading the new issue of Graystoke and checking out the Torker ad that's in here. So it's cool. I love having a print magazine again, and Graystoke just stokes me out so much. I mean, just going through and seeing all the action shots and all the custom builds, and man, this is one of those things where you really need to go and pick up a copy of Graystoke. If you don't have a subscription already, it's on our website. Oh, dude, look at this. They used a tech number plate on this. Man, save your generation. Well, guys, that gives me an idea. I know what we're gonna do today's video on. So guys, welcome back to Torker. Come on in. I think you're gonna like this. This should be something that will be part of an ongoing series. Thanks, Graystoke. You guys stoked me out. And hey, I'm actually even wearing the Graystoke shirt. Love this guy. So guys, call a buddy, grab a drink, grab some snacks, do whatever it is that you do when you're watching these videos, but kick up your feet. It's Torker time! So guys, while I was flipping through Graystoke, which you gotta go pick it up, I had an idea. Some of these Torker frames are gonna start going back in the vault now. So when we first launched Torker again a couple of years ago, we came out of the gate with just a ton of different frames. The EK, the LP, the MX26, the MX29, you know, the Freestylist, the Pro X. We came out with a ton, and I mean, probably way more than we should. But a lot of that was the excitement of myself. I mean, being a BMXer, I love BMX and I love Torker, and it was a rad brand, and it is a rad brand. And I figure, you know what? Since some of those frames are going to be going back into the vault, I mean, there's some of them out there like the Barbarians, the EKs, the LPs that we're just gonna kind of put away for a little while we concentrate on doing some new stuff for some new Torker fans. But before that happens, I'm gonna have to break out my checkbook and I'm gonna have to start doing some things, because some of my favorite riders used to ride for Torker. So I wanna do a Clint Miller Barbarian, you know, build. I want to do a Jason Jensen build that I'll never ride it, but man, it would be really cool. You've obviously seen David when he built the Kathy Hanna build, and how could I not build up a pair for the twins? You know, the Torker twins, Mike Miranda, Tommy Brackens. I mean, come on. Before we start putting some of that stuff back in the vault while we're working on new projects, I want to do it myself. And there's a couple of you who've seen some of the builds that Alan's BMX has done. And I think today, after getting inspired, we're going to start doing a build on a Pro X. Now this is going to be a double XL so that it fits me and it kind of fits what Tommy Brackens was riding, because this one, we're gonna do a Tommy Brackens replica. And we're gonna do this in a couple of episodes. So we're gonna do a little piece by piece by piece, and I'm gonna have to hunt down some of the parts because I wanna try and make it as close of a replica as I possibly can with today's modern parts. So we're gonna start today off with one of the Torker Pro X double XL frames. And of course, when you buy a Pro X, not only do you get the frame, but you get the fork. So the first thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a Speedline headset. And most of you are familiar with the way the headset goes on. The Speedline one makes it really easy. It has that split bottom race. So with the split bottom race, you just clip it right on, grab your bottom bearing, put it on. Obviously, for real builds, grease that thing up, but then you can slip that in. Now you got a frame and fork set. Now you take your top bearing, slide your top bearing in. Obviously you want to grease it up. Take your little expander wedge, slide the expander wedge down. Then we take our top cap. It's got the little rubber seal. So we're going to push that on down. And look, now we're starting to get somewhere. This is starting to look like one of Tommy's bikes, right? Well, what else would Tommy have on there? Well, Tommy actually ran a Pro Neck on his bike. He didn't run one of the Torker stems. I think about 84 when Miranda and Tommy and, you know, so many others, Richie Anderson, you know, Craig Bark, I mean, so many of those guys were on the team. I think they had started to phase out the Ultra 6 stem. So there's a lot of other parts being used. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide on a stack of spacers here. I had those upside down. I wanna make sure that we have the Speedline logos facing up. But we're taking a Pro Neck. Tommy ran a Pro Neck. Now this is a replica Pro Neck, but let's put it on here. And we can see this is pretty close to what Tommy would have been running. So now we can take our top cap, thread our top cap into the fork. Makes it so easy. I've seen some of those ones that look like it's the bolt for the Pro Neck. I might want to go and pick one of those up. But let me undo these top bolts here real quick. And one thing, when Tommy first came over to Torker, he was running power light bars. Well, trying to find power light bars nowadays is almost impossible. So I had a good friend of mine knock this up over in the weld shop. So we've got a set of power light bars. So we'll just drop those on. And then of course, as you start to tighten up your bolts, you want to do it in a star pattern to where you're going to be crossing the bolts over, you know, start with the top left, bottom right, then we'll go over to the top right, then we'll go over to the bottom left. Now guys, I'm doing this while I'm on camera, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it for you while I'm talking to you about it a little bit. Take the nice little 6mm Allen wrench that you probably got with your Torker Ultra 6 stem and just gonna kind of lock that down a little bit. I'm gonna lean it back a little bit, put the bars kind of in line with the head tube angle so we're not doing anything too crazy. And now, I mean, it's starting to come together. You can see how quickly you can build something. Now, part of the things that make this special is that this is going to be a Tommy Brackens replica. This will live here at the Torker facilities, the Supercross facilities, the BMX Playhouse, whatever you want to call it. This is going to live here. And I want to make sure we did it right. So obviously, we picked up some Amy grips. These are the black and yellow duals. That's what Tommy was running on there back then. But I still need a brake lever. And then also, Michael Gamsetter was kind enough to print me out one of Tommy's number plate faces. So now I've got to go and find a 09 number plate to be able to put that on. I've already gone and got some Ambrosia rims, front and back, and I picked up some Omos hubs, which is what Tommy ran. But I've got to get those laced still. And I need to pick up some Skinwall Comp 3s. There's some other little things I need to get, but this is just going to be the start of my project. Obviously, it's a winter build. It's cold out. Luckily today I'm not having to wear my jacket, but you guys probably are. you're probably stuck in the middle of a freeze. So you're gonna wanna build up a bike. You're gonna wanna do something. So this is gonna be the start of one of my winter builds. So keep an eye on the Torker website. We're gonna start doing build processes on all the different bikes as we go along. So with that, grab your bike that's completed, grab a buddy, go ride if you can. If you can't, come back on over, sit down, watch some more Torker videos, watch some Supercross videos, watch some big bike BMX videos, watch some Brant Moore videos, watch any of the BMX videos that you have out there to keep you inspired, or go ahead and pick up a copy of Graystoke off our website and flip through the mags. But however you do it, enjoy your time with BMX, enjoy what you're doing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.